the sex marathon that almost ended me. The cougar with the jacuzzi and the sexual appetite that belonged in medical journals. I knew Nicole would roll her eyes, laugh, call me crazy, but she'd listen. She always did. And somehow, in the middle of all this madness, that felt like peace. I crashed at Nicole's place again. It was my safe house, the bunker I retreated to when life spun out of control, which lately, it did with Flair. But staying there wasn't exactly a luxury. Her parents still lived under the same roof, like two ghosts who hated each other's guts, but hadn't worked out the energy to move out. Separate rooms, separate lives. Still under one roof, a domestic Cold War. Her dad's room right next to Nicole's, which meant I had to sneak in like a teenager breaking curfew, tiptoe through the house, duck low, and slide behind her bed like a fugitive. I knew the drill. Stay low, don't breathe, hold. If her dad cracked the door, all he'd see was his little sweet daughter watching TV. Never mind the emotionally wrecked man curled up behind the mattress like a wounded stray. Her mother, on the other hand, loved me. That wild little Cuban lady didn't care about rules. She lived in her own universe, somewhere between
¿Quieres café?
and
¿Qué día es hoy?
the woman was chaos in a floral robe, pumped up on caffeine and a blessing. She'd shuffle around the house yelling things like,
Ese niño es bueno.
and offer me leftovers at 2 a.m. No questions asked, just vibes. Nicole was thrilled when I was there. She always was. In her mind, me staying over meant sex. No matter what mood I dragged myself in with, she saw it as a green light. But not this time. No dice. I was done. Tapped out. Physically, spiritually bankrupt. I didn't want to be touched. I didn't want to be admired. I just wanted to be held. Maybe fed. Maybe wrapped in a towel and told everything would be okay. I was a man who had just survived 2 days of Category 5 sexual warfare. I needed triage, not foreplay. And sure enough, came the text, Catherine. Apparently, I left while she was asleep. She wasn't too thrilled about that. I didn't blame her. Still, I wasn't about to risk waking up the Kraken after a 2-day wet and wild marathon session. I texted her back something poetic. Told her she looked too beautiful sleeping. I didn't want to disturb her peace. She bought it, mostly. She made me promise I'd come back on Thursday. I said yes, but only if I survived the week. I needed days of rest, zinc, fruit bowls, peace and quiet, HBO, maybe some therapy. She laughed, told me the past 48 hours were unbelievable. She said she was glad to have met me. I sent back a string of hearts like a good boy. Sometimes love is emojis and damage control. Truth, I didn't know if I wanted to go back. That house, that experience, it wasn't just sex. It was a saga. I didn't know if I had the stamina or the sanity for a second chapter. My body was home, but my soul was still very much out there floating somewhere in that jacuzzi. So I let the days pass and rest. I did. No sex, no noise, no infinity pools or pink Louis Vuitton cases, just me, a mattress, and Nicole's mom yelling at the microwave. Sometimes you need to come back to earth, even if it means landing face first on a shag rug behind someone else's bed. After feeling I was completely healed from the sexual expedition my body took my soul on last week, I realized I would live to fuck another day.